I get asked all the time, how many bank accounts should I have? Well, if you've ever wondered that, my personal opinion is three. Sometimes you might want a few more if you're trying to track very specific projects and the cash around that, but I always recommend a standard three. And let's talk about what those three accounts are. The first one is our operating account. This is the primary bank account that I want your business to work in and out of. And the goal of that operating account is to have all the money that you receive from your customers coming in there, all of your regular business expenses going out of there. Now, what are we going to do with those other two accounts? The next one I'm going to talk about is our tax account. One thing that many entrepreneurs and business owners struggle with is, how do I save the money for my estimated tax payment or my tax return bill at the end of the year? And that's where the tax bank account comes in. So I want your second bank account to be the tax bank account. And what I love for my clients to do is to get in the habit of taking a percentage of their net income every single month and putting that amount of cash into their tax bank account. But 4 times a year, the IRS is going to request us to send in estimated tax payments. So if you've gotten in the habit of taking cash out of your operating bank every single month, and you're doing that based off of how much income the business made that month, and then you're setting it aside into the tax bank account, when it's time to send off your estimated tax payment, you have the cash set aside and it's dedicated for that. I don't like that tax money to sit in your operating bank account because many business owners check what they have in their business bank account and then assume they can spend that amount of money. That's not true. We need to be saving that money for taxes. And if it's commingled with your operating funds, for many entrepreneurs, that's really hard for them to keep track of in their head and remember to not spend that money. So move it to the tax bank account. Now, for our third bank account, what I like for you to have is a savings account. Many entrepreneurs and businesses do not have enough savings for the business to really go on if something happens that's unexpected. Think back to COVID days, and we've had many events since then that have really disrupted a lot of businesses. If the business doesn't have significant savings built up, then you likely are going to be in panic mode when that event happens. So the better thing to do is to have healthy margins in your business that allow you to set cash aside in the savings regularly. Build that savings account up to usually 10 to 30% of your revenue, depending on what your business is. And there's a lot of factors that go into deciding, should you be targeting that 10% of revenue level or 30%? And I know you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of money, but that's the goal. And when you do that, you will have so much peace around operating and running your business because you have some built-in flexibility and cushion in that savings account. And it allows you to be a lot calmer and strategic when it comes to needing to pivot and make decisions about what's going on in the business and where you need to go. So 3 bank accounts. If you're wondering how many bank accounts should my business have, start with 3: operating, savings, and tax.